All right, guys, go ahead and get started here. Just a quick overview. I know Coach Martin has already mentioned a couple of these numbers already, but 25 young men in this class, 13 coming from the junior college ranks. I will make a note there is that 3 of those 13 have 3 years of eligibility to play. So that's really you got to be sure that you take that into consideration. 3 gray shirts coming in, really they're coming from high school, and then you add that to the 9 high school players that we signed today. So you're looking at 25, a breakdown of 13 and 12 there. Represents 10 different states, 2 different countries. We've got a young man, Tim ODonnell, is the long snapper from Australia originally. Excited about him as well. Again, the state of Texas comes out on top with the number of recruits that we signed from there. Signed 8 young men that originate from Texas, 4 from New Mexico, 3 from Oklahoma, and from California. And we've got a bunch of one-timers in there as well, but I'm really from all over the place. A lot of those are the guys that were recruited out of the junior colleges in California. I'll just make a quick rundown here of each one of the kids, and just a couple of quick comments on it for you guys, and take any questions about each individual kid if you'd like to after I get done talking about him. We'll just start with the high school young men. Josh Adkins is a quarterback from the San Antonio area, Smithson Valley High School. Very, very decorated young man. On one of the 247 sites, he's a 3-star on there. So obviously excited about Josh. Played in one of the toughest districts in the whole state of Texas this year, and was the Player of the Year in San Antonio area, as indicated by the Express News. Trevor Hard is a high school linebacker from Los Lunas. Trevor's got some great career numbers. He's 376 career tackles. As you run down that, he had a great senior year, 188 tackles. As you get going there with Trevor, Trevor is a great student. Trevor is a really, really athletic young man that has got a bright future here. And inevitably, we talk about this every year. Trevor is a young man who came to our high school camp last year and made that decision to invest in us, and he really took advantage of that opportunity. He got an offer, and he's one of those guys that Coach Martin spoke about. He wanted to be here. He committed early and has stuck with us, and we are excited about him for sure. Marcus Buckley is a defensive end, defensive lineman from Weatherford High School. In the Dallas area. Marcus comes from a lineage of playing playing successful football. Marcus's father played at Texas A&M and for the New York Giants for a number of years and had a great career there. Marcus is a really quick twitch and explosive young man, is also a fine basketball player. So looking forward to getting him here. We've mentioned Josh Foley quite a bit already. Josh's numbers speak for themselves. He was the Gatorade Player of the Year here in the state of New Mexico. Won Rio Rancho's second state championship in the last 3 years last fall. Plays for a great program up there with Coach David House, and certainly excited about getting him down there. Getting him down here to Las Cruces. It's always good to get those guys from up in the Albuquerque area that want to be Aggies for sure. So he rushed for 2,800 yards last year and 41 touchdowns. That pretty much speaks for itself. Jeremy Hodge. He is a high school quarterback from the Dallas area over in Texas, 6'2", 210 from Parish Episcopal High School. Jeremy had a very decorated career as well, had a good junior and senior year. That's really important for those quarterbacks that are wanting to get recruited anymore. You got to have a good junior year, and both Jeremy and Josh Adkins did that for us, and we're excited about getting them lined up for us. Again, running down the high school players here. Jeremy, he was the Built Ford Tough Player of the Week this year in the Dallas area, and he was the MVP of his district as well. Kind of a late guy that we got on late, Jalen Mascorro. He's a high school linebacker. He's really played about every position. He's from Refugio High School in South Texas. Jalen is 6'1", 230, was a highly recruited athlete prior to playing running back and linebacker. He played some other positions, and he had a great year this year. He moved to the running back and linebacker position, finished third on his team in tackles, and also led his team in rushing with 1,700 yards, and also won a state championship in Texas. So continuing down the high school guys, Gavin Swinson, coach has already mentioned him. Gavin's a 6'3", 200-plus pound wide receiver here from in town. Gavin's been an all-state guy for a couple of years, first team as a junior. Had 1,200 yards and 11 catching touchdowns as a junior. So he had a nice camp out here as well. Another young man who we always inevitably get a bunch of guys from Mayfield High School to come over to camp. and they do a good job, and they give themselves a great opportunity in terms of getting evaluated by the coaches at that time. Xander Yarborough is a 6'6", 250-pound tight end from the San Antonio area. Xander's got a lot of potential. He's got great size. He walks in the room, you certainly know who he is. And he's played defensive end as well. He had 70 tackles last year and 7.5 sacks. So looking forward to getting Xander here. Matthew Young, you guys know you can turn around and see his dad's name and pictures on the walls behind you. Matthew had a great career here as well. He made the from Oñate High School. He was named to the 2016 USA Today All-USA New Mexico First Team Defense this year. So congratulations to Matthew. Excited to get him and the next generation of Fred Young's family over here for sure. Now we'll head into some of the junior college guys that we go through here. So Dillon Brown. Dillon is a place kicker, junior college young man, has 3 years, continue to play. He is from Phoenix College, originally from Chandler, Arizona. He's got some very decorated numbers, hit a 50-yard field goal this year, was 10 of 12 on his field goals this year, and has been very consistent kicking PATs. So we're looking forward to getting Dillon here this summer. Krishawn Edwards. Krishawn's going to come to us from Northeastern Oklahoma A&M College, affectionately known as NEO, one of the top junior colleges in the entire nation when it comes to putting out great prospects every year. Krishawn is 6'4", 265 pounds, got a lot of room to grow, and he has earned all-conference honors as an offensive lineman for the past couple of years, and comes to us from Union High School in the Tulsa area. And if you know anything about national high school football, you know that Tulsa Union is a great school. So excited about Krishawn. Louis Massino was already with us. He's a mid-year signee at the linebacker position. Louis comes to us from Los Angeles Harbor College, junior college transfer, 6 foot, 225 pounds. Louis led his team in tackles last fall, signed with us in December, came and visited, and we've fallen in love with him already. He's doing a good job working hard as he gets here. He's a well-traveled young man with his in his past. He hails from Anchorage, Alaska, as his hometown listed right now. So I'm certainly excited about Louis. Davis Harker. Davis Harker is a junior college offensive lineman, again from NEO, Northeastern Oklahoma A&M College. Davis is already here. He is already a mid-year enrollee with us. Davis also has garnered honorable mention, all-conference honors in the Southwest Junior College Football Conference, and again plays for a great program there. Also comes to us from Union High School there in Tulsa. So excited about getting both of those young men here from NEO. Kamate Coffee as a defensive back, junior college defensive back, comes to us with 3 years to play. He's originally from Rhode Island, comes to us from North Dakota State College of Science as his junior college. He went to high school his senior year in Knoxville, Tennessee. He had a nice career down that way, and had 42 tackles this fall and 9 pass breakups. So he did a nice job this fall up in North Dakota. Ron LaForce is a mid-year signee, comes to us from College of the Sequoias, originally from Alabama, high school teammate of Connor Kramer, one of our quarterbacks here. Ron was recruited by other FBS schools, and we are certainly excited about getting him here. He's been here now since the start of the semester, and Ron had a great year last fall at the College of the Sequoias. He was an All-State and an All-League performer, 66 tackles, 5 picks, had a sack and a half, and had a fumble recovery, and was 5th in tackles per game in the conference. Isaac McQuay, junior college offensive lineman, originally from Manteca, California, went to Santa Barbara Community College. That was a really, really good school for us this year. Isaac comes in as a transfer. He's going to come in and be able to play both guard and tackle for us. Extremely athletic. His offense scored 39 points a game this year. He was an anchor for that line. So excited about Isaac getting here as well. Leon McQuaker is a junior college linebacker, mid-year enrollee, originally from Augusta, Georgia. Comes to us now from Eastern Arizona College. As I mentioned, mid-year enrollee, led his team last fall with 95 tackles, 2.5 sacks, and in 5 of the last 6 games had 10 tackles or more. So folks around here are used to seeing linebackers make a lot of tackles. Rodney Butler and Dalton Harrington, and Leon is certainly one of those guys that we feel like can compete to fill some of those spots up for us at the linebacker core. Anthony Nash, defensive back, junior college, transferred from Reid College in California, originally from Texas. Started all 10 games this past fall. Also a dynamic kickoff returner. Averaged 24.6 yards per kickoff return this fall for Reid College. That's Anthony Nash. Had a decorated high school career as well, where he also was a dynamic kickoff returner. I already mentioned Tim O'Donnell. Tim's originally from Australia. Tim also attended North Dakota State College of Science, where he was at this fall. He is a very highly touted long snapper. He came and visited us last weekend, and we are awful excited about getting Tim here. Now, Tim is a little bit of an older guy just because of his travels coming from Australia, but he's got a great attitude about him, and he is currently ranked as the top transfer long snapper in the country by Colts Kicking. So excited about Tim getting here and what he will bring to us. Dakota Shepard Creer is another junior college transfer defensive back. He's originally from California. Also attended Santa Barbara Community College. Dakota is a guy that is going to come in and play some safety for us, has the ability to move around and play a little bit more. One thing that we were really intrigued with Dakota is he blocked 2 kicks last year, and he had an 89-yard pick 6 as well. So guy knows how to make plays, and he's got 3 years to play, so he's one of the junior college guys I referenced earlier. Billy Sharmoog, another offensive lineman coming to us from California junior colleges. Billy was a second-team performer on the All-APL league team this year out in the California Junior College leagues. Again, had a high-powered offense, teammate of Isaac McQuay. Also played quite a bit as a freshman. Actually a second-year man, but a freshman in junior college at Santa Barbara in 2015. Billy is a mid-year enrollee. He is already with us. John Vogt comes to us from New Mexico Military, John is from right down the road in Canutillo. And John has done had a good 2-year stand-up in New Mexico Military, and he was on the team over in Canutillo. Folks might remember that went to the sectional round, I believe, the farthest team that anybody in El Paso had ever gone to in 2014, I believe. So John was on that team, and excited to get him here. He is already enrolled with us and working out and doing all of those things. So he's working out with us. Now we'll get into so that wraps up the junior college names that we have. Now we'll get into the 3 gray shirts. You guys have already heard about them before, but I'll just touch quickly on them. Teves Abraham is a wide receiver coming to us from Louisiana, Baton Rouge area, Southern Lab High School. Teves was on a very, very good high school football team there at Southern Lab. They won a state championship, went to a couple of other state championship games. He was also a very strong performer in track and field. Cameron Matthews is a gray shirt quarterback, comes to us from the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Crowley, Texas is his hometown. Trinity Valley School is where he played. He had 3 consecutive 1,000-yard passing seasons and was the MVP of his league, the All-Southwest Prep Conference. He was the MVP of that league for 2 years in a row. Bryce Roberts, final young man on this in this year's class that we have right now. Bryce is a tight end from Yukon, Oklahoma City area. Great high school there, Mustang High School. Really excited about getting Bryce started. Again, all 3 of these young men who are already with us, they are here working out. So the gray shirts are very much like mid-year enrollees from the junior college ranks. So that wraps up all the guys that that we have signed so far. Coach mentioned that we've got a couple of things that we're still working on, and that's a common practice that we have used here and that many people across the country use every year. So very, very excited about where we're at, and think that these guys will come in and be able to make not just an immediate impact, but a lot of the high school guys can have a long-lasting impact here as well. If you guys got any questions or anything for me, I'd be glad to take them.
How many more letters do you think you'll get today, Kevin?
Oh man, I don't know. We would anticipate, potentially, one more, but that's.
Not everyone.
We did, and got pleasantly surprised about another one. So we're excited about that.